Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. Now, if you have a business and you want to promote your business and worldwide, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. We have members that also deal with website design and generate videos, video producers. We have on staff now, logos, more other social media managers. So again, that's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And we have different links to other affiliates. That is something that you definitely be interested in. www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. We do have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube, digital artwork, and we do consulting services as well. So we have that on staff, legal consulting services. So contact us, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Now, you can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is evolutionoflondon.com. We have over 10,000 products. That's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, house products such as accessories like jewelry, cologne, perfume. So it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff we have on that website. evolutionoflondon.com. Also evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G. Custom clothes, accessories, and digital products for personal as well as business use. Finally, we have evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E. And that is our sneaker collection, as well as clothing, DVDs, and games. evolutionoflondon.store. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, just to name a few. So you definitely will like the luxury candles, over 35 plus burning hours. Email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com. When you place an order, you'll find them on Instagram and TikTok. Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. So definitely support the machine, his machine. And www.wjaccessories.com for his custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ. If you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. You'll find him on YouTube, DJ Panther 519. In the YouTube page, you will have it will be a link to his website. Need your guys to click on the link of his YouTube channel. Again, DJ Panther 519. Also, you'll find him on Instagram and TikTok, The Real DJ Panthro on TikTok. Again, that's the Real DJ Panthro, DA, The Real DJ Panthro on TikTok. Again, DJ Panthro. Music, Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. You have a whole wide range of different beats. And once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continuing to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. And like, subscribe, of course, to Greatness 19 channel. A lot of great stuff there, over 1,000 shows. And Mr. Evolution of London, that's our health and wellness channel. Need your guys to show support there. A lot of great stuff on there as well. Mr. Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel. Kenzo Gang, formerly known as Kenzo World. Kenzo Gang for Afro beats. You have his album, Discovery, and his single, Adora. A lot of great videos on his channel, Kenzo Gang. On all major platforms, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, excuse me, Spotify, just to name a few, all over the world. For Afro beats, Kenzo Gang. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify. Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So anything I haven't mentioned will be in the description box. Check out the links in all the description boxes of the major platforms for purchases on different products and services. That's the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, Rumble. We can't forget that, rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. Well, today, topic is Black people of this generation. Black people of this generation. What they are about. What is the Black people of just this generation really about? Now, this is, right now, other races, this is excluding you, of course, but you will understand certain things, of course. But what is this generation, Black generation of today? This is something that was sent to me, suggested to me, I should say. A lot of things, in my personal opinion, of the Black people of this generation allowed, especially by other races, and several reasons. I think you have to, especially in this day and time, you have to be aware of how other races feel about you, what they will say. It's not really you care about it, but you have to hold yourself in a certain standard. And respect is everything. And you Black people, we Black people, but Black people especially of this generation, this goes way back in other generations too, because here's the bottom line, and I talked about this on a lot of different shows. Black people, you got to realize that you're not liked. You're not respected by other races. Now, we're not talking about individual white people or individual Asians or individual Indians or other sub races, I would say. But as a whole, their people do not respect you. And again, I talked about this on quite a few shows. But a lot of times, the black people of this generation, say the youth, under 35, between the range, let's say teenagers to 35 to teenagers. Let's clarify, from like 17 to 35, or I should say 30, 17, between the age of 17 to 30, and even younger teenagers like uh, 13, 12, 10. You have to be made aware the battleground that you in. Oh yes, this is the battleground. When you step foot out the house, you are rated. Whether you are a young black man or a young black woman, or black boy, black girl, teenager, whatever, you are rated as a savage. Bottom line, how can you say this, Mr. Greatness? Because the stereotypes, how they perceive you, hasn't gone away from whether it's this generation or my generation or even before me. You are rated as a savage. And what do I mean? Black man, you are rated as, only, whether you're a teenager, young boy growing up to be a man, black man, this is what you are rated. You are rated that you're not intelligent. Only thing you're good for is dancing and singing and entertaining. And they definitely will make that the forefront within media that we good entertainers. Yeah, we are in terms of our talent, but that's not the only talent. But that's what's perceived. And then you allow other races to play with you and say a lot of borderline stuff, borderline racist stuff to you in joke, sharing the N word like, like nothing. And so you take it as a game. That's my N and all of this stuff. I didn't grow up like that personally, but I know the culture today is allowed, but still, it's borderline. Respect is everything. Keep that in mind. And I give you an example for other races and you to think about. I'm gonna give you a little, let's just say, questionnaire. You take, and I mentioned this before. You take 4 men, just to see if y'all guys, everybody join this poll here. Anyone that's listening, join me in this poll. You have 4 men. You have a black man, a white man, an Asian man, and an Indian man. And I want you to be honest with yourself. You got 4 men. And out of that 4 men, 3 of them are lawyers. One of them is a drug dealer. Which one you feel would be the drug dealer? And which 3 you feel would be the lawyers? Out of, you got the black man, the white man, the Asian man, the Indian man. They are all the same height. They all have the same college background. They all have, they all come from middle class backgrounds. We don't know that, but let's just say statistically behind the scenes, they all match the same. But if you looked at all four of them and you had to guess, three of them, which three would be the lawyers? Which one would be the drug dealer? And automatically, who would be the drug dealer in your mind? I won't say anything. I'll wait. I'll wait. You tell me out of those four, which men would be the drug dealer? That's what I thought. You have to drop your head when you thought that in your brain. And you would say, oh, well, the stats, I see what goes on in Chicago, and that's just one section. That's not the whole Chicago. You might just talk about the South Side, but that's not the whole Chicago. People, you got upscale people. You might think that's in Brooklyn, but that's just one part of Brooklyn. That's not the whole Brooklyn. You might say Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but that's only one section maybe in Philly. But that's not the whole state. My point I'm making is, yeah, you guessed it. It's the black man that will be most likely the drug dealer. In your mind, it will pop just like that. And unfortunately, a lot of black people have been influenced thinking it would be them anyway. And then you show these narratives on TV, on CNN and other major networks, black men being arrested, which is not the majority. It's a minority, a small amount. Because if you said the majority of black men are just crooks and scam artists and negative, that means out of 10 black men, including myself, most likely I will be that guy, statistically. And that's fake, phony. So black men all over the world is this stereotype. I beg to differ. But needless to say, black people of this generation and even the previous, but let's focus on this generation because you are the now and the future. Me, I'm the past. I'm just on my last legs of life, per se. You are the now, if you get what I mean. So the stereotype is there. And if other races feel this way about my people, your people, why should you trust the society you live in? Why you should trust? That's my question from me to you, black people. Why should you trust a race of people that do not have respect for you as a whole? Again, we're not talking about individual Asians, individual Indian people, individual white people. I don't want to hear, well, I'm not a racist. I got a black friend. And we're not talking about you, Sammy. We're not talking about you, Johanna, or Bill, or Juan, or Bangladesh, Kumar. We're not talking about y'all individuals, you individual. We're talking about your people as a whole. How do they feel about black people? And we know it's negative. You know it, I know it. So my question for black people, why should you trust them as a whole? We're not talking about individuals now. So please, we don't talk about what I'm not this way. We're not talking about you individually. We're talking about your race, your people. This is what you say. I talk to a lot of different people. of different races, and they even admit that their people as a whole have that stereotype of black people. So it's not only in my mouth. Y'all know it as the truth. So why should I trust you as a race? And this is why black people of this generation, you better be on guard. Respect is everything. There's people roaming around not respecting you and disrespecting you every day, whether on the job, at the university, in your neighborhood. They low key, indirectly disrespect you, indirectly or directly. So why you should respect them? Why you have this idea about some type of rainbow coalition, want to join hands with a race of people that don't like you? That's my question. Now, it's not problem with doing business with each other or, befriending people. You're on the job, you at work, you at the university, you're in the neighborhood. Being civil with people is one thing, but trusting them is another. That's my question from me to you. Trusting, because in the back of their minds, they do not respect you. And people show themselves, black people. They show who they are by low key saying certain things, stereotyping you. Oh yeah, hey, I know you like fried chicken, right? Like they don't like fried chicken. Like chicken is just say black for black people only. These ridiculous stereotypes, this ridiculous disrespect. Like you only one type of black person. I know you like rap music. Now I like rap music too, but that's not the only music that I deal with. Personally, I deal with jazz as well. But you must play basketball. You must fried chicken. You must eat watermelon. Like you don't like watermelon? Like the watermelon just to say have the name that black people only? This is disrespect. This is how you being disrespected. And you black people, whether you say, well, I'm from Jamaica, I'm from, you throwing you Jamaican first, like that's going to save you, or you Trinidadian, or you Bayesian or Haitian or whatever. And then you say, I'm African. Like white people or other races don't, because what, that's supposed to give you a, a, a free card saying, "Oh, I'm African. I'm not like the Black Americans." Oh, that's so you really thinking they're going to treat you a certain way? You black. You black. That's how they look at you. Black. Whether you from Africa, America, the Caribbean, South America, Central America, you black man from those regions. You black. They not trying to deviate. This is how they feel, but you in your mind thinking you something special when you talk about you from this place or that place. Other races don't respect you, bottom line. And I deal with this accordingly. If you don't respect me or my people, why should I respect you and your people? But when you come that way now, oh, let's make a deal, love, love, love. We should love, 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 love. And they push that love, especially in Christianity, modern day Christianity. Sorry to say, y'all, for all you Christians, but that is also a cesspool of, I call it fuckery. I have to put it that way. Because You go to these regular Christian white churches and they will just have the Jesus is white, the angels is white. This is a sidebar. And you in the churches and they tell you color. They have Jesus white, the angels white, the priest is white, but they tell you color don't matter. Amazing. Amazing. I repeat it again. You go to these Christian white churches, white run churches, and even the black church has been influenced by the stupidity of the white churches. The angels is white, the big fat white babies on the walls of the church. Jesus is white, your priest is white, your structure is white, but then they tell you color don't matter. And you don't even get, and when you get the description of Jesus, from his hair being like wool, feet like burnt bronze, burnt brass. I'm paraphrasing, but it is in the scriptures about the description of Jesus. Then it becomes, it doesn't matter. John 3:14, he loves everybody. Well, how come in other different verses he say he came from for the house of Israel only? Again, it's all about love. It's all about deception for what I'm gathering. You put a front saying all the structure is white, but then color don't matter. Slap in the face to black people. But you're supposed to love. Love, love, love. You're supposed to love everybody, black people, while you get kicked in the behind by everybody. I repeat that again. You're supposed to love everybody while you get kicked in the behind by everybody. And they use religion to tell you love, love, love. But every day you have white society, systematic white supremacy kicking you indirectly and directly every day, every week, whether it's on your job, at the school, or in your neighborhood, law enforcement, etc. Getting kicked and ostracized and treated like a savage every day. But yet and still you get a Bible that tell you, and you get the reverend that tell you, love everybody. But he don't love everybody. Get a load of that. He don't, in his heart of hearts, when he go home, you still the N-word. You still a savage. But he tell you to love. Listen to the hypocrisy that goes on. This is the hypocrisy that goes on. I've been in a lot of different churches in my day. And I've been in a lot of different organizations that be like, hey, how you doing? You great and all that. It's these same people that would throw sarcasm down my way. It's so much hypocrisy. We should love, right? Here's the thing, how much you should love. Okay, you love systematic white supremacy, black folks. But systematic white supremacy don't love you. How can you say this, Mr. Greatness? Let's go with the United States or Canada. What color is the president of each country? What color is the government of each country? With the top businesses, whether they from General Motors or pharmaceutical companies, what color is these CEOs of these major corporations? What color are government, when you get a driver's license? Who runs these departments? What color are they? It's white. White. Really white. Commercials being produced overall. they're white. Media, white. Clothing line, white. Major, I'm talking about. Clothing line. Record producers, major. We're not talking about the individual small ones. Don't give me Puff Daddy. People above him giving him his check. Like Clive Davis. That's a different story. He's white. White. A little stereotype, in the South. When you're white, you're right. When you're brown, stick around. When you're black, stay back. Old Southern terminology. And what it is, as our ancestors said, this is what is out here. White is considered right. Beauty. Stringy hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, no butt, no breasts, tall like 5'10", 5'8". That is beauty. That is beauty. White. I repeat again. What's beauty? Blonde hair, blue eyed, between the height of 5'8", 5'10". No breasts, skinny, no behind, skinny. That's beauty. In whose eyes? White. White. All right, I'll use the word allegedly to soften things up because my information will be in social media. I don't want to get banned or flagged. So allegedly, with everything I'm saying, Mr. Greatness could be off, right? So black people of this generation, you need to know. Play. It can't be all play when you deal with other races because there is an old Southern saying, when you play with a puppy, what he will do? When you play with a puppy, he will lick you. So when you play with these other races, they will disrespect you. Keep that in mind. Now, we're not talking about you individual Asian man, you individual Chinese man, you individual white man. We talking about your people as a whole. I'm repeating this because I want you to be in your feelings. It's not me. It's not me. I love black people. I see them every day. They come to my house. I see them on my job. I have a black maid and a black butler. I love your peoples. We're not talking about you. We're talking about y'all people as a whole. This is what y'all people as a whole feel about black people. I'm not saying it. You saying it. You know it's true. My question from other races, from me to you, again, maybe Mr. Greatness is off. If you know that another race of people don't respect you, would you respect that race? I repeat again. If you, whether you're an Indian man, Asian man, white man, whatever, if you realize that there's a group of people that don't respect your people or you, would you have trust in that, with that group that don't like you? I hope that makes sense. I know it makes sense. I know I'm making a lot of sense. This is why you black people of this generation, you got to be on your P's and Q's. You can't be run around with open arms and wanting everybody to hug you. You want to be loved. You want a hug. You need a friend. You need somebody to hold on to and all of that, because other races, they can marry you. They can date you. They can procreate with you. Black man, black woman. But that don't mean they like you. That don't mean they respect your race. Keep that in mind. But they can roll in the hay with you because you fun, you exciting, you awesome. You give black man, you give that woman the rod of life, and she just want to cling on to you, love you, so called, be with you, hold on to you. But She have her personal feelings and stereotypes about black people, and she shares that with you as you be with her year after year. Then you be like, "Dag, I didn't know Bangladesh, you felt this way about black people. We got children together. I didn't know Don, white man Don, he, I didn't know, why that black woman now been with that white man for years, and we know his fetishes come out. All of a sudden, he wants you to dress like a slave. He want to ghetto gag you. These things, you didn't know that, but you thought he was cool or she was cool. You didn't know that Sarah Wong, now, after you black men been with her, with Sarah Wong, your Asian persuasion for 5 years, and then she comes all of a sudden out of clear blue with stereotypes about your people, your race, black man. And you be like, where this came from? We've been together for 5 years. She always had that in her. But now that she feels she got you and you got kids, she let you have her personal feelings, what she really think. Maybe about not about you, black man, individually, but your race she don't respect. So many cases like that. Hundreds, thousands of cases all over the world. How you black men black women as well get stuck with dealing with someone of a different race, and they really show their true feelings. You better analyze people more. You better talk to them. Just not jumping, thinking because they just exotic, different. Black people of this generation, you need to be aware and not just be stuck on stupid. This is how you get caught out there. So just keep that in mind. We in dangerous times. This is psychological warfare. Black man of this generation, you being stereotyped and ostracized every day, all over the world. But see, we don't pay attention. We just because someone cracks a smile, we just think, oh, they like us. Look, in human nature, this is anybody, any human being. People can like you for one thing, and people can hate you. Let's just go for that. But they can still lay up with you. I mean, this is cold-blooded. I could lay up with a female and not necessarily I don't like them. I just, they serve a purpose. And that could be the reversal done to me as well. Human beings, we have dual natures. And when you deal with it, it had nothing to do with liking a person. You just serve a purpose. It's cold, especially when it's done unto you, but you do it to them. Them meaning people. I'm talking on the human race level, but I can break it down to black men, black women, when you're dealing with other races. They can lay down with you and sleep with you, but that don't mean they really mess with you, if you know what I mean. So in conclusion, you have to be careful who you roll with. So I will strongly, for y'all, for not y'all, but us black people, but the black people of this generation is to stop cackling and smiling. It's a time and place for everything, but don't be that cackling and smiling type of individual. You better be more serious and look at people and analyze people. I told a young black man just recently is when you dealing with people of other races, first of all, I find this, and this even happened to me. White people, white men, old white men especially, yes, I'm going there. Old white men love to talk to young black men, like to make crack jokes to young black men. I growing up, when I was a teenager and I was, working at, different places, but or moving around with life with it, whether it was a school or whatever, old white men love to really get in the face of young black men and throw little jabs and sarcasms at them because why? They figure they older, they wiser, they figure the young black man won't pick up certain things. So they always like to throw little jabs because they know older black men most likely because the experience they're gonna know what's happening. But they like to target young black men and throw a lot of jabs because it's a passive aggressive nature. And I told this young black man, be aware of that. Stop making jokes. Stop cracking smiles with these white men, especially these passive aggressive, suspected white supremacist white men, because they like to crack jokes and they like to bring out their sarcasm and their passive aggressive alleged racist behavior indirectly to you, young black men. Be aware of that. Don't crack smiles. Be serious. If you're at the job, do what your job, do what you're supposed to do, and leave. If same thing is at in your neighborhood or at school, do what you got to do and bounce. Because that's the energy I find a lot of. Not all old white men, but I would say the suspected white supremacists white men like to do that. I repeat, the suspected white supremacists white men like to do that. Allegedly. And even you older black men, you have to be aware of that too, because they figure, oh, maybe they could catch you slipping. It's a mind game that this society like to play, and other races fall in the same category because they watch what the suspected white supremacists do, and they fall in that category and try to throw little jabs at you because what they see on TV and stuff like that, the stereotypes. So again, you don't get no props out of me. I see you, suspected white supremacists and other suspected other races as well, imitating what the suspected white supremacist is doing. You gotta be aware this is a nasty game, especially black people of this generation. A lot of things are thrown at you, and you have to really build your mind. It's all right to watch things that is trash and entertainment purposes, but that shouldn't be your whole concept. Morning, noon, and night is watching things that is not just junk. You need it. This is war. We out here, mental war, and you got other suspected white supremacists, male and females, and their allies after you every day. Not in a literal sense, it's psychological warfare because they don't like you. They hate you. So if you got a person that don't like you and don't respect you and have hate for you, you must be aware of that person. Now you might say, Mr. Greatness, how can I figure that out? Well, there was a great leader, and I won't even mention the name. You might see me in a different light if I really told you the name. But if you in a room with, and I'm paraphrasing, 50 rattlesnakes, 50 poisonous rattlesnakes, you open the door, you in the room with 50 rattlesnakes. My question for me to you, black people, do you know which one will bite you and which one might not bite you? Do you know which one is good and which one is not good? Do you know which one might bite you immediately? Or maybe if you there for a couple of days, which one will bite you a couple of days later? Or maybe a week later? Or maybe a month later? Or maybe a year later? Can you tell, can you determine which one will bite you or not bite you? So my question is, can you trust that rattlesnake? Can you trust those poisonous rattlesnakes? Because you don't know which one will attack you. So that analogy could be shifted to white society and their allies. Which one will bite you? Which one will attack you? Whether it's today or tomorrow or a month later or a year later. Do you know which one? Think about it. I'm dropping the mic. I'm gone.